So as Ryan mentioned, before doing Yoga Nidra, it is a good idea to do some movement first, because the idea is that you're going to lie still. Yoga Nidra practices can last anywhere from 20 minutes to 90 minutes or even longer. So depending on the length of your Yoga Nidra, more movement, the longer you intend to stay still. We've been sitting for a while, and most of us are sitting down, so I'm going to join you. So let's sit cross-legged. And we can just do some seated cat-cows here. So on your inhale, placing your knees or your hands on your knees, draw your sternum forward, kind of arching the back, and maybe tilt the chin up. And then as you exhale, you're going to round your spine, tuck your tailbone, bring your chin towards your chest. Inhale into your cow. Keep going at your own pace. Everyone breathes a little different, and I just kind of like to let you do your own thing here. So get a little stretch in the back of the neck and in the shoulders when you round back. And then really open the chest and draw the shoulder blades towards each other as you come forward. The next time you come forward, pause there, and then bring the spine into a more neutral position and start to make little circles. So you're gonna, just kind of bring your ribs around. Hopefully you're feeling that in your low back, maybe in your hips. Maybe coming back to that idea of the water element. Next time you come forward, pause and reverse your circles. You can make the circles as big or as small as you want. And then just bring yourself back to an upright seated position. On your inhale, squeeze your shoulders up towards your ears. Exhale very slowly, let them drop down as far away from your ears as they'll go comfortably. Inhale the shoulders back up. And exhale them down. Inhale one more time up. This time as you exhale, draw the shoulders back, make a circle. Inhale them forward and up. And exhale them back and down. One more time. Take a moment to sit upright. And then let's just come forward into a tabletop position. Hands and knees, wrists under shoulders, knees under hip joints. And if you want to, you can kind of move your hips side to side, stretching out the muscles on the sides of the hips. You can circle the hips, kind of dipping them back, almost to a child's pose, but not quite, coming forward. Maybe a couple times in one direction, and a couple rounds in the other. Just come back to a neutral tabletop. From here, come into a plank position. So stretch your legs back, tuck your toes, find your plank, and then lower your knees and the tops of your feet. On your exhale, bend your elbows, so modified chaturanga down. And then inhale into a baby cobra, lifting the head and the shoulders, drawing the shoulder blades towards each other. Exhale back down to your mat. Inhale up onto your hands and knees. And then exhale back to child's pose. And we'll continue to flow through this. Inhaling forward. Exhale, bend the elbows down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale down. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, coming up and forward. Exhale, down. Inhale, if you want to come up a little higher on this cobra, you can. And exhale, down. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, child's pose. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, hands and knees. Shift forward. Exhale as you lower down. Inhale, baby cobra, or up a little higher. Exhale, down. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, child's pose. You can hold child's pose for a couple of breaths if you like. If you're holding child's pose, take a couple deeper inhales, let your rib cage expand. And then exhale, just notice as it kind of comes back to its resting position. You might notice the length of the spine here. Maybe a little stretch in the shoulders. And then make your way back into tabletop position. So make sure, once again, shoulders are over wrists, knees are under your hip joints. Tuck your toes under, exhale your way into downward facing dog. Keep your knees bent here at first. Take a few moments to loosen up. So that might mean swaying hips side to side. That might mean pedaling out the feet. And I'm going to encourage you to move slowly and mindfully, noticing all the sensations in the back of the legs, the lower back, the spine. Inhale up onto the balls of your feet. And then exhale as you let your heels sink down toward the mat. Inhale up onto the balls of the feet again. Bend your knees and walk forward to the top of your mat. Exhaling as you come into a forward fold. Keep your knees bent as much as you want to or need to. Maybe think about making this the easiest forward fold you've ever been in. You can release tension in the back of the neck here, maybe by nodding the head or turning the head side to side. And then just let the head hang heavy. If it feels like the neck gets a little longer, you open up a little more space between each vertebrae. You're doing it right. Head seems really heavy when you're able to let go of tension in your neck and in your shoulders. On your next inhale, come to a halfway lift. Place your palms on your shins or on your thighs. Maybe press against them gently as you lengthen your spine. Stay here on your exhale. Move your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale once more, elongating the spine. And then exhale, bend your knees back into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift again. And then exhale, forward fold. This time on your inhale, we're going to rise all the way up to extended mountain. Take your time. Keep your knees bent until you arrive all the way in your standing position with your arms overhead. And then exhale, soften your knees, forward fold again. Inhale, slowly rise up. Exhale, forward fold. One more time, inhale all the way up. This time, bring your palms together overhead and exhale them down to your heart. Take a moment to stand and breathe. Bring your attention to the soles of your feet. Maybe pick your toes up and notice the arches of the feet lift as you do that. Spread your toes wide and then gently set them back down. On your next inhale, sweep the arms overhead. And exhale, chair pose. So just sinking the hips back, bringing the shoulders over the thighs. Shift your weight into your right foot, pick up your left and stretch it back behind you. Inhale, crescent pose, arms overhead. On your next exhale, open to warrior two. Take a moment to find your balance here, find your stance. Sometimes we have to adjust the length from foot to foot or the width of the stance. On your next inhale, straighten your right leg, turn your right palm up, reverse triangle. And then exhale, warrior two. Inhale, again, reverse triangle. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse triangle, one more time. This time on the exhale, we're going to keep the right leg straight, but bring the torso upright. Arms parallel to the floor. Setting up for triangle, maybe tilt the hips back a little, reach forward, create some length, and then tilt the torso. Reach the tips of the left fingers up toward the ceiling. And breathe. If you feel like you need a little bit more sensation here, root down a little more through your left foot and then reach your left arm overhead. Inhale to come up. Exhale to warrior two. On your inhale, reverse warrior, turn your right palm over, reach up. On your exhale, we're going to go to side angle, the simplest version of side angle. Forearm to the top of the thigh, fingers reaching up. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior one more time. And then as we exhale to side angle, you can take whatever variation of side angle you like. We're going to hold this one for a couple of breaths. If you're an extended side angle with the arm reaching overhead, create a long line from the tips of your fingers down to the back ankle. Inhale and come up, warrior two. And very slowly and mindfully make your way back around into crescent pose. Exhale your hands down to the mat. Step your left foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, release into your forward fold. Inhale, rise up to extended mountain, slowly, mindfully, sweeping up some energy Bring your palms together, exhale them down to your heart. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And then exhale into your chair pose. Shift your weight into your left foot, pick up your right, stretch it back. Find your way into crescent pose. Adjusting your stance if you need to. And then on an exhale, open to warrior two. Take a moment to check your alignment, check your front kneecap, make sure it's pointed straight out over the toes. Turn your left palm over as you inhale, straighten the left leg, reach up and back for reverse triangle. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse triangle. You can go at your own pace if you want. Do your best to use the full length of your inhale to come into the reverse triangle. And the full length of the exhale to come back to warrior two. We're gonna, on the next exhale, keep that front leg straight and just bring the torso upright. Tilt the hips back a little bit, lots of length through the spine, and then exhale into triangle pose. Hold here for a couple of breaths. If you want a little more, root down through the back foot, reach the top arm overhead. Inhale, come up. Exhale to warrior two. Turn your front palm over. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle. Forearm barely touches the top of the thigh. Inhale, reach up and over, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. And then exhale to whatever variation of side angle you took on the other side. Finding space wherever you can find it. A little more length in the spine, a little more openness in the hips, maybe a little more grounding through the feet. On your next inhale, come up, warrior two. Very slowly and mindfully make your way back around into crescent pose. Exhale your hands down to the mat. Step your right foot forward and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise up, extended mountain. Exhale, soften your knees, forward fold. Bend your knees, plant your hands, step back to plank. At this point, you can take a vinyasa, chaturanga down to your mat, or you can exhale back into a downward facing dog. Whatever you choose to do, we're all going to meet up in downward dog. Let's find some stillness in downward facing dog. If you're uncomfortable in downward facing dog, you can take child's pose or tabletop instead. Some of you might want to float one leg up into three-legged dog. That's not sounding like a good idea to you today. Feel free to rest on your mat. You've got one leg in the air, start to make your way to the other side, lowering that leg, reestablishing stability in your downward facing dog, and then floating the opposite leg into the air. Start to make your way back to downward facing dog. One more breath here. And then on an exhale, lower your knees to the mat. And into child's pose one more time. Inhale as you lift your head and your chest. Coming into tabletop. Sweep your feet to the side and take a seat on your mat. Before we lie down for Yoga Nidra, we're going to twist a little. Stretch your legs out in front of you. Bend your left knee. Bring your heel in towards your hip. Wrap your arms around your legs, sit up nice and tall. And then if you want to, you can cross this foot over the opposite leg. Wrap your right arm around your left leg, bring your left hand behind you for support. On your inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, maybe just a little more rotation in the spine, barely perceptible to the person in front of you or in back of you. You can use your inhales to lengthen the spine a little more. The exhales to either relax or refine the twist even more. Next exhale, start to release, turn to face forward. If your foot is crossed over your leg, uncross it, stretch that leg out. Reestablish an even seat. Bend your right leg. Wrap your arms around it, sit up nice and tall. Root down through the sit bones, reach the crown of the head toward the sky. And then cross your foot over your leg if you want. Totally optional. Wrap your left arm around your right leg, right hand behind you. Inhale, lengthen the spine, reach the crown of the head up. And then exhale, maybe turn to look over the right shoulder. Breathe, slow and steady. Next exhale, turn to face forward. Uncross your foot, straighten out the right leg. Maybe a little movement, feet side to side. And then just kind of shift forward and lie back on the mat. Take a moment to lie back with your knees bent and your feet out wide. And let the knees come together in constructive rest pose. Notice how your body feels. Notice how the energy is moving through the body. So constructive rest pose is an option if you're not comfortable lying flat in Shavasana. If you are comfortable in Shavasana, you can straighten the legs, taking the feet at least hips distance apart, even wider if you choose. Arms down by your sides, palms facing the ceiling. Take up a little space. Move your arms away from your body a little more. Maybe flatten the shoulder blades out onto the mat. Relax the shoulders, relax the hips.
All right, now bring your attention to your breath. Just observe the breath as the air moves in and out of the body. Notice how your belly feels, how your chest feels on the rise and fall of the breath. Feeling as though the prana of the atmosphere is flowing into you and flowing out of its own accord. Be aware of the sensation of your body against the floor and the weight of gravity holding you to the earth. And focusing on the exhale, feel like every breath, every exhale, you're flowing down into the earth. Just a little bit more of the tension in your shoulders and your back or on your feet just dissipates or discharges into the earth with every exhale. A little bit at a time. The body is heavier but comfortable, grounded and firm on the earth. Now bring your attention to your feet. Feel the feet. With each place in our body where we put our attention, we're going to bring the breath there as well. So as you feel your feet, imagine that you can feel the breath flowing into the feet on the inhale, and the breath flowing out on the exhale. Like the skin of your feet are porous and this prana is flowing in and out. Bring your awareness up into your calves and your shins. Feel that area. On the inhale, feel as though breath or life force is flowing into the shins, into the calves, up through the feet, and flowing out. And whatever temperature or sensations or feelings that you have in your body, don't get fixated on them. Just observe them and let the breath pass through. Now bring your attention up to your knees, your upper legs, where your legs meet your hips, your lower body, and feel the breath flowing into the upper legs, the sockets in your hips, as though prana, life force, is flowing into those areas. On the exhale, it flows out, just like water, fluid, easy. Bring your attention up into hips and your belly, lower back. Feel the breath flow in there, flow out. And lift your awareness up into the diaphragm, lower back, up into the ribs. Feel as though your awareness is flowing into the lungs, and into the heart, and into the shoulders. And as you inhale, prana, life force, breath flows into those areas. As you exhale, like a wave receding from the shore, the breath moves. And then bring your attention to your arms, your biceps, your triceps. Elbows, forearms, wrists, hands, fingers. Feel the breath flowing into and out of these areas. Following the inhale and the exhale. And then up into your neck, into your face, under your chin and your jaw and your ears, the base of your skull, your scalp, nose, forehead. The breath flows in, the breath flows out. It's moving through the bones, it's moving through the muscles, the fluid, the skin. Now, with your awareness on your head and your scalp and your face, when you inhale, I want you to scrunch up your face just gently, not a lot of strain or a lot of activity, but you inhale and you scrunch up your face and you tighten your face muscles. On the exhale, you let your face relax. When you inhale, you feel your ears tensing, the back of your head tensing, and your scalp, and you actually do this. Make your muscles activate. On the exhale, let go, let it all go. Be gentle about it. You want to feel it, but you want to be gentle about it. You don't need a face spasm. Then bring your awareness down into your neck and your shoulders, your upper shoulders, chest area. And when you inhale, tighten, tense the muscles in your shoulders, just gently, so you can feel it in your back. On the exhale, let your body relax back into the earth fully. Next time you inhale again, tighten the chest muscles, the shoulder muscles, and even between the shoulder blades. You might lift yourself up just a little bit by tensing the shoulder blades slightly. Feel that tension, and then on the exhale, release the tension. Release your body into the earth. Your body may twitch or spasm a little bit as you do this. That's normal, it's just tension being released. Bring your awareness into your arms and your hands and your fingers. And when you inhale, you're going to just clench your fists and just tense your arms, your upper arms. Inhale, feel it. And exhale, let it go. Just let your arms fall into the earth, relax into the earth. And the tension is not so much that it hurts, it's just enough to feel it. Once again, inhale, feeling the fists ball up, the fingers tense, the upper arms, even into the shoulders a little bit. Inhale. And on the exhale, let it go. Feel your body relaxing. And your awareness moves now down into your back more fully, down towards your diaphragm, down towards your belly. And as you inhale, you're going to tense your core, tense your back. Inhale, tense, feel it. Exhale, let it go. Let your body just be like water, jello, just flowing, falling into the earth with gravity. And again, inhale, tensing that core gently so you can feel it. It should feel good, really. And let it go. And on this next inhale, you're going to focus on the face, the shoulders, the arms, the upper torso, all of it all together. And when you inhale, you're going to inhale and tense and feel it, almost like a good stretch. And then when you're comfortable on the exhale, just let it go. Hands go limp. Gravity pulls you down. Now bring your awareness into your thighs, your hips, just down to your knees, not quite to your knees, but the upper legs. And as you inhale, you're going to You tighten the perineum a little bit, the belly's pulled in, comfortable, feels good. Exhale, relax. Let it go. Fall into the earth. And once again, the belly, the glutes, the hips, upper legs. Feel it. Strong yet comfortable. Exhale, relax. Good. Now your awareness goes to your knees, your calves, your shins, to your ankles. Inhale, feel the calves, the shins, the knees, just tense them a little bit, tighten them a little bit, however it works for you. And on the exhale, relax. Now we'll go a little slower, so you're going to breathe in slowly and slowly tense that area, the shins, the calves, the knees. And slowly let it go. Breathe a little. Let your breath be natural. Your awareness goes to the bottoms of your feet and your toes. Now, be careful when you do this. You don't want to do it so strongly that you give yourself a cramp. So just gentle tension with the feet. Wiggle the toes a little bit, get the feeling there. And now slowly, when you inhale, just bring a little tension into the feet. Inhale. And then slowly exhale and let the feet go. And as you breathe, feel the feet, feel the calves, the shins, the knees, the hips, the lower abdomen, the glutes. And again, slowly when you inhale, tense the whole lower body. Feel it like a pleasant stretch. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. And bring your awareness from the lower body all the way up through the belly, the back, the chest, the arms, the hands, the fingers, the face, the whole deal. And when you inhale, tense the whole body. It's almost like electricity is flowing through you. And you feel it nice and strong. And then let the body go. We're going to do this 2 more times. And on each exhale now, just breathe slowly out of the mouth. So inhale, the whole body becomes tense, full of energy like electricity. And let it go slowly. One more time. Feel the whole body, prana, electricity flowing through it. Gentle tension, feels good. Exhale, relax. Now completely let go. Just let the legs fall, let the arms do. If the head wants to roll, let it roll. Just let yourself go into the earth. Breathe normally and naturally. Bring your attention to the root chakra, the perineum, the base of the spine. Feel that area. Let the body relax. Just let it go. Breathe. Feel the root chakra, and in your mind, mentally chant Lam, 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 as though you can feel the root chakra pulsing with the seed syllable Lam. Imagine if you could feel energy there, if you could feel movement there, what would it feel like? Pull your awareness up to the second chakra, which is just above the pubic bone, just above the genital region, but below the navel. And mentally chant Vam. Vam, 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 Vam. Vam, Vam, V-U-M, as though you feel Vam resonate within that area of your body. Feel deep into your abdomen. What do you notice there? You breathe, the body is relaxed. Lift your awareness up into the third chakra, in the core of your body, in the core. Chanting Rum, R-U-M, Rum, 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 as though there are electrical impulses resonating within your third chakra with each chant. Letting the breath go, letting the body be. Pull your awareness up into the heart chakra. Feel the space between your shoulder blades as it meets the earth. Feel the space in your chest. Mentally chanting Yum, 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 as though the heart is open and free with each breath. You're moving more deeply, almost as if into a dream. You feel the body, but you are the witness. You hear the chanting, you feel it in the heart. Lift your awareness up into the throat, feeling the throat, where the throat meets, the neck meets the skull, where the neck meets the chest, chanting Hum, 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 Hum. And each repetition relaxes you, pulls you deeper, as if into sleep, but not quite sleep. Pull your attention up into the spiritual eye, the space between the eyebrows. And you can feel the space between the eyebrows, but also the base of the skull and the back. This is the back part of the sixth chakra. Mentally chanting Om, 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 Om. With each Om, it's as if the nervous system is flooded with prana to the brain, down through the spinal column, each nerve alive, as you settle more deeply. Lifting your attention to the crown, feeling as though you are a funnel and the wholeness of life is flowing into your crown on the inhale, and that you merge with the wholeness of life on the exhale through the crown. Free, aware of the body, but not the body. Back down to the spiritual eye, chanting Om, pulling you deeper into a dream-like state, floating free, yet aware. Into the throat, the fifth chakra, chanting Hum, the throat relaxes. You feel the space all around you, the sound, as if dreaming, but present. Back to the heart. Here in the heart, there's now an openness and expansion. The body is just like covering, but you are aware of the field of life all around you, as if floating in a dream. Pure awareness. The breath as a backdrop, like the waves of an ocean on the shore. Thoughts and emotions like clouds passing by. And with a gentle intention, lift your attention back to the spiritual eye. Feel the body, but let the body go. Feel yourself as a point of awareness. Observing the body as it relaxes. Observing the mind and emotions as they float by like dreams. Do your best to hold your attention at the spiritual eye while completely and absolutely letting go of everything. You're safe, you're free. With each breath, give yourself permission to go more fully into that experience. And on your own, when you practice, you would stay in this state, allowing the body to go into greater and greater relaxation. And it would simply be your job to just stay present. That takes practice. For now, feel the body and imagine you can sense currents of energy through the body, prana, life force, and wonder, what do they feel like? And just see what comes into your awareness. Notice where your attention is drawn in your body. Notice if you feel any subtle movements or changes or energy patterns. Don't become fixated on one area. Once you feel one, then ask, where else is there energy flowing, moving, fluid? And observe that. And then take your attention from the body and imagine you can feel the space all around the body. above and below you, as if you can feel the space between the atoms in your body and the space between the atoms of the earth below you and the atmosphere above you. As if there is no boundary, you are free. With each exhale, relax a little more. And bring your attention back to the spiritual eye, the final stage of the practice. And it's as if the body and space are a vehicle, only a vehicle for this awareness that you have in the sixth chakra. When you practice on your own, you would stay in this particular point of awareness as long as you can, as the body falls asleep. But for our practices, we'll come back for a bit. So direct your attention fully to the breath again, and take 2 or 3 gentle yet deep breaths, feeling the belly and the chest rise and fall. And then bring your attention to your fingertips, your palms. Without too much force, just wiggle those fingers. Feel the palms. And then bring your attention to the toes and the feet. Feel the toes and the feet, wiggle them gently. Then bring your attention to the legs and the arms. Just slowly feel the legs and the arms with the breath. Your awareness moves into your torso and your abdomen and your neck and your face. You feel the breath moving through these areas. You can wiggle your back or your belly around a little bit. We'll do one final tension exercise where you feel the entirety of the body. And without strain, without force, you inhale and you just feel tension within the body. Then you exhale and you let it go. And then taking your time, you'll roll to your side and sit up, and taking your time, you'll make your way back to your meditation seat. And we'll just do a few minutes of meditation. Bring your awareness to your body and your breath. Feel the rise and fall of the breath within the body. Give your awareness to the palms of the hands and the soles of the feet. Feel the temperature and sensation there. Take a moment to honor and acknowledge the teacher representatives of the Kriya Yoga tradition, Mahavatar Babaji, Lahiri Mahasaya, Swami Sri Yukteswar, Paramahansa Yogananda, Roy Eugene Davis, and their successors. And then feel the body. And as you feel the body, consider the element water. Remember the taste of water, the feeling of water when you've drank water. Remember the feeling of water against your skin when you've bathed or swam, walked through a stream or felt the rain. Remember the sensation of water moving across your skin. Remember a time when you've seen a body of water, the sun shining off the water, the steady movement and flow. Remember the smell of being near water. Consider a time when you were in water and you were floating. You could feel the buoyancy of your body. You could feel how the physical quality of the water held you up or swayed your body to the left or to the right. Or when you've been submerged in water, you could feel it all around you, above your head. Eyes closed, holding your breath. And coming back up, feeling the water run down your face. Remember the temperature of water. The slipperiness, the dampness of dew or fog. And now bring your attention to your body to feel this physical aspect of water within the body, the fullness of water within the body, held upright by the skeleton and held together by the skin, the strength of the skin. Feel the plumpness of water in your cheeks or your lips, or the pads of your fingertips and hands. Feel the breath as you inhale and how water expands, is pushed, is pressurized within the body. And how as you exhale, the water flows downward and settles to your seat and in, towards the earth. Feel the wetness of water within your mouth when you swallow, how it moves down into your belly. Knowing that the ease that you feel in your belly is because of the slipperiness of water and the buoyancy of water around your organs. The lubrication of the eyes, and the moisture on your skin, and the brain in the center of the skull floating in a water bath, protected, soothed, and nourished. And be aware of your joints and the fact that you're not aware of your joints because of water flowing through, lubricating the joints of the body. And then bring your attention to the heart and feeling the beat of the heart and the movement of the blood through the body like streams and rivers rushing through miles and miles of vessels and veins, reaching every part of the body. It's permeable. It penetrates and flows. You can feel the rhythm of the water within the body as the heart beats in your hands and your feet. You can feel the flow of water on the inhale as the pressure reaches the skin, the edges of the body. And on the exhale, the water settles, flows down. Now let go of these descriptions and just spend a minute or two without description, feeling the physical part of water within the body. And to stay on track, if you need to remind yourself of the physical qualities of water, it's okay in your mind to bring up a touchstone. I guess that might be the right word. But just feel it now. The moisture, the fluidity, the buoyancy, the physical sensation of water within the body. And the easiest way to do that is to remain focused on the breath and the heartbeat and the sensations that generates with the movement of water. And then turn your attention to the subtle level of water. Beyond the physical, the essence of water. As you feel it in the body, what does that feel like? There is a flow, a movement, like a tide, an ebb and a flow, following the breath and the heartbeat. And it feels like slipping into a dream, like a gossamer movement of particles circulating smoothly through the joints, through the muscles, around the bones. There's a fullness within the skull that's comfortable, and a sense of ease and fluidity behind the eyes. And a light dream-like buoyancy within the belly and in the chest. As the subtle field of water absorbs your attention. But it reaches to the skin, all the way to the depths, the core, the deepest part of your body. Moved by the earth, the gravity from the earth, moved by the pressure of the breath, moved by the beat of the heart. And there's no obstacle, just a watery field like the deep sea, with its currents moving and shifting and changing. You feel it in your hands, through your arms, into your head. It circulates and swirls through your upper back and your chest. And washes over your abdomen, pools in your hips, in the center of your belly, above the second chakra, and streams through the legs to the toes. And then, as if it's alive, flows upwards through the legs back into the body, and this cycle continues, powered by the heart, by gravity, by the breath, by life within the body. Now let go of the descriptions and just let your attention sink into the movement. Sink into the subtle flow of the water field of the body. And you are observing, feeling it, like you are bathed in it. The subtle flow of particles and energy. ride the heartbeat and ride the breath, letting that keep you aware, upright, as you move more fully into this dreamlike state of water, the subtle essence of water. Like your consciousness is immersed in a watery world, free, buoyant, flowing, fluid. And even if other thoughts arise, it's as if those thoughts are floating and moving with the water, like sticks or leaves in the currents of a river. And now let go of any kind of effort and just simply be present and observe the tendency of your consciousness to return to water, the physical, the subtle, the experience of water. You're just being present, observing this process, and see how it happens for you at this moment. How often does your consciousness return to or stay stationary on this field of water? How often is your consciousness impacted by this transformation towards water? And how often do you just drift off into something else? You're just looking at that, noticing it. And there's no right or wrong in the experience. But you have to observe it now. That way, when you repeat the process, you can determine if there's a difference. You can see the effect of this practice. And you can release that stage and move into the final stage, which is recognizing the experience of this field of water, that this practice of meditation is for the seer, the witness, the observer, the changeless aspect of you. You have observed this, you have been present throughout all of it, and so you admit the water field, the experience of water, the great element water. It exists for the experience of the self. You just reflect upon that, whatever that means to you at this time. It exists for experience. For whose experience? For the experience of the self. Impersonal, not tied to the personality, but present behind the personality. and then let that go. And for our remaining time, I want you to contemplate Om. I want you to listen to the sounds around your head, the sounds within your head. I want you to listen to the subtle frequency within the silence. In the beginning, for many, it sounds like a very far off or faint, high-pitched squeal or tone. Sink your attention on that. Listen to it. Imagine that you can magnify this tone. You can hear it more fully by consciously deciding to listen more acutely to it, deeper into it. What is behind it? What carries it? How does it relate to the silence? Why does it never stop? Where does it come from? And it can help to keep your attention in the sixth chakra with your eyes closed, slightly gazing upwards as you listen. And notice how the frequency changes. And using that frequency as a baseline, look at the frequency with your hearing, but now imagine that with your hearing you're scanning the rest of the silence, the rest of the space around you, to see if there's any other complexity of sound, subtle vibrations. And listen to that. Gaze into the darkness of the closed eyes as if you're gazing into depth and space. And if you've been in a dark, absolutely dark room and you heard a sound and you can't see anything, but your ears become more aware, as you gaze into the darkness, imagine that you're listening for the darkness, the silence within the darkness. And see how that changes your experience. And now let your awareness relax. If you still hear the sound, that's fine, but don't be so pulled into it. Bring your awareness back to your body more fully. The movement of the breath, the soles of the feet and the palms of the hands. We'll chant Om 3 times together, and as you feel the Om vibration when you chant it, return to that sense of the water field and imagine that you can feel Om as though it's moving through water, vibrating the field of your body. Let's chant Om 3 times together. Ah.